Hi, my name is Ashwin Deshpande. Let me start the demo of the assignment. Okay, so here the first screen is the select dominant hand screen. You can choose the right hand or the left hand based on whatever dominant hand is. The buttons will appear towards that side. So let me choose the right hand. As you can see, buttons have appeared to the right side. Now first let me generate the image targets. The bucket has been generated. Generate one trash site. I'll generate the other trash site. Now you can see that the objects are being tracked. The trash sites over there. Both these trash sites are being tracked along with the pail. So now let's explore the build mode. So in the build mode, first I need to tap on the screen to generate the ground plane stage. I'll just tap on the screen. Here we go. Now the user can place object. So you can click on this can button to generate a can. When an object has been spawned, the user can use the touch and drag gesture to move its position. He can also use the twist gesture to rotate the object. Let me now spawn one more object. When a new object is spawned, the original object gets locked in its place and the earlier object gets locked in its place, and you can now move the second object as you wish. Move and rotate the second object. So now let me generate the other objects. Also you can see that the counters for the cans and the objects are being updated below the buttons. So I'll generate a few more objects. Okay, so I have generated the objects. Now I can go into the play mode. In the play mode, if I want to move the object, I first point the reticle at the object, press on the move button. The object will move. The object can be rotated using the two finger gesture, and once I click the place button, the object will be locked in place. I can do this with any object of my choice. Touch and drag to move, twist with two fingers to rotate, place. One more time, touch and drag to move, twist to rotate, and place. So now first let's see how the okay, so now you can observe that the user can freely switch between the play mode and the build mode. So if I press build, I can go back into the build mode and can generate one more object over here. I can place it and I can once again go back into the play mode. One more thing, now we have exhausted all our cans. So if I press on the can button, you will see that a toast pops up telling that all the cans have been placed. So now I'll place a few more leaves over here. Let's say here. I can move this to here. I'll rotate this and one more leaf here. So now we have to place 3 leaves on a different plane. So I'll do that. First I'll point to this plane which is on my desk. So now you can see the size of the reticle has increased, and now I can tap on the screen. Now a new plane has been generated at this place, so I can just put the objects over here. Again, I can move them, rotate them using gestures. I'll generate 2 more leaves. Okay, now we can go back to play mode. As I move, you can see the objects are being tracked correctly. So the AR engine is tracking these targets and objects correctly. So now I have taken the pail in my hand. As you can see, my hand and the pail you can see over here. I'll keep the pail on the ground and then I'll use the move option to move the objects. When I click on the move button, you can see you have a collect button over here too. This is because the object is within the vicinity of the pail or the collection box. If I move the object farther away, the collect button disappears. And if I click on the collect button, the object falls into the pail and the bucket counter is incremented to 1 out of 6. You can see the object inside the bucket. So I'll now fill the bucket to its capacity. The bucket has now been filled to its capacity. Once I press this collect. So now, what if I want to put one more object in the bucket? So if I'll click on the move button, but now I cannot. I can see that the collect button is not appearing. This is because the bucket capacity has been reached, and you have to first empty the bucket. So for emptying bucket, I have used a proximity based approach. As you can see, as I move with the pail, the objects and the pail also moves with me. So if I move just a little back over here, I can first, you can see the trash sites are over there, but I can't see this empty bin button. This is because I am too far away from the trash site. If I move towards one of the trash site, the empty bucket button will appear. So when I reach the trash site, I can press this empty bucket button to move all the trash from the collection box into the trash site. Here we go, all the trash is now inside the box. So now I'll collect the other trash. Once again, I can do the same. I'll collect 3 trash items over here. Let me also collect this leaf, this can I mean. Okay, now I have collected this can, these objects. There is one more method with which you can drop these objects into the trash can, and that is using the tilting mechanism, which makes use of the physics engine. These objects have rigid bodies and box colliders, so they will behave correctly when physics is applied to them. First, just let me take these objects closer to the bin so that they are rendered correctly. Now I will perform the tilt gesture. I'll just tilt this pail like this so that the objects fall out of the bucket. As you can see, all the objects have fallen out of the bucket, and you will see that they have fallen into this trash bin. So this is the tilt gesture. So I have total 2 methods of emptying the collection box into the trash site. One is using the empty bin button, and other is using the tilt mechanism. So now we have 3 leaves left on this desk. I'll collect those and I'll empty them. Click on this, move it closer to the bin, collect it. Now you can see the trash is inside this collection box. I can now press the empty bucket to throw all the trash inside my trash box. So now, as you can see, all of the objects have been cleared. So now I'll close the application and show you the other hand functionality. If I choose the left hand, the buttons will appear to the left hand side and all the functionality remains the same. The trash cans will be generated, the trash sites will be generated. The tracking works correctly. You can see that the objects are being tracked even when I move out of the field of view, the objects will be tracked correctly. I can use the same functionality to generate these cans. I can do basically the same thing but just with my left hand. I'll just show a small demo of the left hand. Go into the play mode, move, collect, move, collect, and then I pick this up, go to the strandy purple trash site, and I'll first make sure that it is being tracked correctly. I'll press empty bucket. The objects will now fall into the trash can. So yeah, this has been the demo of my assignment. And if you note in the video, this bucket, there is a bucket counter which specifies um, how many objects are there in your pail. I can show it to you once again. I can move it, collect it. The bucket counter has now been updated. If I go into the build mode, you can see the object counters are also updated to reflect how many more objects are available. I can generate leaves over here. I can generate cans. Once all the objects have been used, I get an Android toast. So yeah, that is the demo of my application.